Beginning, the offer. The sterile air of the observation chamber smelled faintly of ozone and metal. Dr. Elias Crane stood in front of the reinforced glass wall, staring at the being inside the containment room, an alien unlike anything recorded in human science. Its skin was smooth and reflective, like liquid silver, and its eyes shimmered faintly with layered irises that seemed to move independently. The alien, calling itself Rylan, had crash-landed 2 weeks earlier on the edge of the Martian colony Haven 6. The crash drew both military and scientific interest, and now Elias, one of the leading xenobiologists, had been assigned to oversee communications and biological analysis. But this wasn't just another study session. Rylan had made an offer. "I can give you the serum," the alien had said the previous day, its voice a melodic hum that resonated in Elias's skull. "It will allow you to surpass the limits of your kind, strength, perception, longevity, evolution, condensed into a single breath." The scientists around him were divided. Some called it a trick, others a miracle. Elias, however, had always been the curious one. He had spent his entire life chasing the edges of what was known, and this was the ultimate boundary. Now, as the lights dimmed in the chamber and the translator core pulsed softly, Rylan spoke again. "You are willing, human?" Elias hesitated, heart pounding. "If it helps us understand your species, yes. I'll do it." Rylan extended a thin metallic arm. A droplet of liquid metal gathered at the tip of a syringe-like appendage. "Then prepare yourself. Once this begins, there is no reversal." The serum entered his bloodstream with a sting. For a moment, nothing happened. Then heat spread through his chest like liquid lightning. His vision blurred, his pulse thundered, and before he could speak, the world faded into black. The awakening. When Elias woke, he was no longer in the containment lab. His head throbbed, his muscles burned, and every sound seemed amplified, the hiss of air filters, the hum of lights, even the beating of his own heart. Dr. Han, his colleague, stood over him, holding a scanner. His awake. Heart rate stable, elevated, but stable. "What happened?" Elias croaked, his voice hoarse. Han exchanged glances with the others. "You were out for 16 hours. We ran every test we could. The serum's integrating, your cells are restructuring themselves." Elias sat up, feeling a rush of dizziness. The edges of his vision pulsed with faint luminescence, and when he looked at his hands, the veins beneath his skin shimmered faintly with a silver hue. Rylan's voice came from behind the glass wall again. "You feel it, don't you? The beginning of the transformation." "What did you do to me?" Elias asked, fear creeping into his voice. "I made you what you desired to be more. But your kind's biology resists rapid adaptation. You must learn to control it." Elias's mind spun. At first, he felt exhilarated, every sense heightened, every breath alive with energy. But that excitement quickly turned to horror when his reflection on the observation glass changed, his pupils no longer round, but glowing faintly like Rylan's. Phase 1: Power and Fear. Over the next few days, Elias was kept under observation. His strength increased dramatically, enough to bend reinforced steel with his bare hands. His body healed from wounds in seconds. Neural scans showed brain activity off the charts, with cognitive patterns forming that no human had ever displayed. The scientists were awestruck, but Elias wasn't celebrating. Strange sensations began to haunt him, whispers at the edge of perception, images flashing behind his eyes of alien landscapes, stars spiraling in unnatural patterns, and beings speaking in a language he somehow understood. One night, he confronted Rylan again. "You didn't tell me this came with hallucinations." "They are not hallucinations," Rylan replied. "You are perceiving more of the universe than your kind was ever meant to. The serum does not only alter flesh, it expands awareness." "That's not what I wanted," Elias snapped. You said evolution, not madness. You fear what you do not yet control. You are becoming something between your world and mine. Before Elias could respond, alarms blared throughout the facility. A containment breach. The ground shook as an explosion ripped through the corridor. Soldiers stormed past the observation deck, the rogue faction of the human military. Those who believed the alien should never have been kept alive had infiltrated the lab. Han grabbed Elias's arm. We need to move. But as another blast echoed, something inside Elias ignited. His veins flared with light, his vision fractured into layers of motion, and he instinctively raised his hand. A shockwave erupted from his palm, knocking down an entire squad of attackers. Everyone froze. What the hell? Han gasped. Elias looked at his trembling hands. I didn't mean to. Phase 2, the loss of control. Hours later, the facility lay in ruins. Elias had been moved to an emergency bunker for containment. His vitals fluctuated between human and something else entirely. His skin occasionally shimmered, his eyes glowed in low light, and he could sense Ryland's presence without seeing him. Ryland was brought into the same chamber under heavy guard. You cannot contain him, the alien warned the soldiers. He is changing faster than expected. You must stabilize him. How? Han demanded. Ryland gestured to a case beside him, a crystalline injector filled with swirling silver light. A second serum. It will either balance him, or destroy him. Elias overheard the words, his mind burning with conflicting instincts, human fear and alien logic. You're not putting that in me again, he said, stepping back. Elias, Han pleaded, you're losing control. You can't stop this on your own. I'm not your experiment anymore, Elias shouted. The walls vibrated with his voice, dust falling from the ceiling. You turned me into something you can't understand. Ryland stepped closer, unflinching. You were always more than you realized. The serum merely awakened it. You must decide now, resist it and perish, or accept it and evolve. Elias's body trembled as silver light rippled across his skin. His vision split into countless fragments of energy and color. The air thickened, vibrating with unseen power. And then, silence. He reached out slowly and took the injector. If I die, he said, voice shaking, it's on you. He plunged it into his arm. Climax, the transformation. The effect was immediate. Elias's body arched backward as blinding energy coursed through him. His screams echoed through the facility as the very air around him warped. Ryland shouted something in his native language, but no one could approach. Within seconds, Elias's form was engulfed in a cocoon of light. When it finally faded, he stood transformed. His skin no longer human, but laced with shifting metallic veins. His eyes glowed like twin stars, his voice reverberating with alien resonance. Elias, Han whispered, terrified. He turned toward her. I'm still me, he said softly, but his voice carried multiple tones, layered and deep. Just more. The soldiers raised their weapons, but Ryland lifted a hand. Do not provoke him. He is beyond what you can comprehend. Elias felt his consciousness expand outward. He could sense life across miles, hear the pulse of energy through the planet's crust, feel the hum of thoughts nearby. So this is what you wanted, he said to Ryland.